and then he's down. What the hell is that? Wait a minute. Wow. Hey. Wow, boy, that caught me by surprise. And I guess it's called, you know who this is. This is Captain Kazoo. And this is Captain Kazoo's Kazoo Review. And today we're starting our series on the Vocalizer 1000. I've gotten so many emails from people since we did the initial Vocalizer demo, which was several months ago. I've gotten so many emails from people saying, I've got a vocalizer, I don't know what to do with it, I've got a vocalizer, it makes horrible sounds, I can't make nothing works, etc., etc., etc. So I thought what we would do is have a series of programs devoted to the Vocalizer 1000. As you can see, we've got 4 vocalizers here. We've got one that's hooked up. Now that one is what you just heard because, excuse me, frog in the throat. The main complaint that people have when they email me is, when I start my vocalizer, I can't get it to play anything that sounds like music. It's just playing a lot of nonsense. And so what we've done here today is simply start the vocalizer the way most other people do, and that is to simply push the little power button down here, and it says it's on, right? And then they want to select a background, some accompaniment for their, so they push this button here. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck is that? That sounds pretty good. That looks like one of those Elaine dances on Seinfeld. Anyway, let me turn this off. You've all had that experience. And on top of that, when that thing's going, you don't get any sound. Now, this is a standard vocalizer microphone. It's got a couple of built-in items here. One is an octave up and one is a slide. Gives that slide effect from one note to another, and octaves up and octaves down. Well, what you first have to do is consult your manual, your breakaway manual. This is an original manual that came with the vocalizer. I had the box around. I had a couple of boxes. I can't find the darn things now. Anyway, on page 21 of your manual, and even if you download your manual to a PDF file from I think it's Gray Wings or something like that, you can go on www.captainkazoo.com and find out all of these little details that I'm kind of sliding over during the program. Now, one of the things that we have to remember to do is to read the manual. And if you haven't got a manual and you get that sound, where was that again? Let's see, turn it on, select your thing. Whoa! And of course, when you use that, nothing happens, right? Well, page 21, under Care and Troubleshooting, we have on paragraph, troubleshooting, paragraph 1, 2, 3, if the problem persists, if you're not getting what you think you should get, and the problem persists, initiate the vocalizer self-test. Hold the option button, I'm going to use this guy right here, option button. I'm going to move up to the front so you get a real close-up of this thing. On this side of the vocalizer, can you see that? Does that give me I don't know whether you can see that or not. It's clear or not. I don't know. Anyway, you've got a series of buttons. You've got MIDI in, MIDI out, option, handset, audio in, audio out, and headphones, jam link, which we're going to talk about probably in upcoming editions, tuning, which I've had a lot of questions about, and of course your DC 7-volt attachment. So what we want to do when we're starting the Vocalizer is first push the option button, hold it down, and press power. Well, this guy is not hooked up and doesn't have any batteries, but that's what you do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return back here, put this guy back here, put this guy back here, and we're going to do just what we were told to do, which is push the option button, option, and push power. Now a thing comes on that says self-test clearing memory. Read the little readout here in the LED screen. Clearing memory. Is the memory clear? Oh no. Is that clear? What? What? I think it's clear. Now, one of the big problems with the Vocalizer, you're of course familiar with Repeat, my parrot. He's not here today, he couldn't make it, a little under the weather, but basically what this is doing is picking up every sound in the room. The Vocalizer has a very bad feedback because wherever the microphone is, it picks up whatever's going on. You can't do much about that except get your sound source, your amplifier, as far away from the microphone as possible, perhaps even in the next room, right? So what we're going to have to do here is make sure that we have the microphone turned on correctly, and we have the source as far away as possible. We can't do that here. I'm not going to put that way the hell on the other side of the room. Anyway, what we want to do is we're going to turn off the Vocalizer and do what we were told to do on page 21 of the manual. When you have a problem, press your option button, press your power, run the self-test clearing the memory, which is all the junk that it's accumulated during the last time you played, and then remove the mouthpiece and turn on your background. Is that easy? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you were looking for? Well, that's part one. That's part one of the program. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to plug in a microphone. It's a handheld microphone. This is an off-on switch. This microphone has an off-on switch. Hello? So, when you press the button, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this guy off. Okay, we're going to keep this on, but it's not on until I push the button. See, so I don't get any feedback. Now, you don't have that option on the mouthpiece or the whatchamacallit that came with the vocalizer, the mic. And that's all we're going to do in this first portion of this program about the vocalizer. There's my phone, so I'm going to have to go answer the phone, and we'll be back shortly in a very short, just after a small commercial break.